and welcome to Real Estate Talk with Red Brown & Williams Real Estate Services. I'm Jennifer Brown Day.
And I'm Shannon Deskins. And Jennifer, we thought we were getting into spring a little bit ago, and then cold weather came back. But regardless of what the temperature says outside, for you guys in your business, this is spring.
Yes, it is. This is kind of the realtor spring. So even though the weather may not always cooperate, we may have slow weeks because it is dreadfully cold. But this is typically the time that we are seeing listings pick up, showings pick up. People want to call and talk about auctioning property. It's really a time that everything gets moving. So it's kind of our spring, even though it's still freezing cold outside.
Yeah, well, the groundhog says it should be a real early spring. So hopefully the weather will match your activity.
Well, we can only hope.
Fingers crossed. And we've got 5 listings to talk about today. And in these listings, most of them are brand new. So let's talk about like this first one that we've got. This was in Pike County.
It is. This is another one that everybody gets confused on.
Okay.
Because it sits right on the Pike-Letcher County line. You're right there in that Dorton-Jenkins area where the addresses go back and forth. This one is in Pike County.
Right. Now, this one is on Dorton Creek Road, but I love the way it looks from the outside, and I know the inside is just as equally as beautiful.
Yes, it is. It's absolutely beautiful house. It was built in 1994, so it's newer, all brick exterior, so you know how that goes. It's great for maintenance or anything like that. Just over 2,900 square feet.
And I love the space in this one. You've got almost 3,000 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. You can fit the entire family and still have room.
Exactly. Plus, on the outside, almost 43 acres.
Wow.
So you've got the space inside, you've got the space outside. If you're familiar with this area, you know that that's a lot of hillside acreage, but this probably has a good 2-acre flat usable property, which is huge.
Right, you can fence it in, and in this area, I mean, it's popular for ATV riding and trail riding.
Absolutely. And this one has an attached garage. It also has a detached garage, a 2-car detached. So if you're into woodworking, if you're into ATV, you've got that storage for all that extra space. And then we said, you know, the large lot, you've got garden space, kid space, pool space,
Everything.
whatever you'd want. Yeah.
Right. And I love this one in the price at $309. You wouldn't expect the acreage and the house size and everything to be included. And this one with US 23 right in the area, your accessibility to, let's say, Pikeville, you're right there.
Yeah, and this one literally sits less than a half mile off US 23. So you're close enough that you're right there, but you're not close enough that you're going to hear the traffic or you're going to have to be bothered with the 23.
So we can add convenience to our description of this one.
There you
go. All right, you said this one's new, and it's Beverly Newman's listing. So let's give information of how to contact Beverly.
Okay, Beverly is in the Pikeville office. You can give us a call here at 606-437-2333.
All right, the next one we're going to talk about is in a popular Pikeville neighborhood. You know about the Bowles Edition. Well, this is Lower Bowles Edition.
Lower Bowles Edition, one of the most kind of prominent neighborhoods in the area just because it's older. A lot of the houses were built in the 50s and 60s, but these are the houses that, you know, have always been in Pikeville. They're kind of just those Pikeville typical houses. But this one sits on Hickory Lane, like you said, in Lower Bowles, built in 1950. Just over 4,600 square feet.
Yeah, this one is deceiving because it's the sprawling ranch, I guess you could say. But yeah, 4,600 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and it's got tons of space on the inside and on the outside.
It does. So this one does come with an in-ground pool. It's got storage area. We made sure and included a picture of the outdoor area around the pool. You've got a huge covered deck. You've got an outdoor kitchen. You've got a bathroom that's there just for the pool. So it's really set up for, you know, a growing family or somebody that just really likes that outdoor space. It's going to be perfect.
And this is perfect for entertaining. It's set up to where you've got plenty of parking, plenty of yard space, and then on the outside, you know, I love the fact that you've got that 4,600 square feet on the inside, but what the outside space you just described is another couple of thousand feet.
Exactly.
Square feet.
Exactly. And this does have a huge master suite kind of on the back of the house. It's spacious enough that you can do a king bed and probably at least a good living room suite. I mean, that's how much space. You kind of have a sitting area in the bedroom, walk-in closet, huge master bathroom. So really, kind of offers everything.
This is one you definitely need to drive by.
Yeah.
And get inside that front door because it's deceiving.
It's very deceiving, and that's the thing with the drive-by is you can tell from the picture you don't see 4,600 square feet.
Right.
The drive-by is also hard to see, but definitely schedule a viewing.
All right, now if somebody does want to take a look at this one, who do they contact and how?
Teresa Preston out of our Paintsville office has it listed.
Okay.
You can call any of our offices, Pikeville or Paintsville, but if you want to get a hold of Teresa, it's 606-205-7890.
All right, and like you said, of the 4 offices you have, just as long as you know the realtor's name, they'll put you in contact.
Absolutely.
Or if you don't even know that, they'll look it up and tell you who the realtor
Yeah.
is.
I was going to say, the one that has it listed is not the one that you have to talk to either.
Right.
So it can be either way. If Teresa's not available, talk to somebody else or they'll get you in contact with her. But either way, we want to take care of you.
Absolutely. Now moving on to the next one, this is another house that is a lot larger than it looks on the outside.
If you're familiar with going north on 23 out of Pikeville, right there behind the Walters dealership up
The
on
Toyota,
the hill.
Toyota dealership.
Yeah,
It's
up on the hill.
And it's behind the bowling alley, I guess.
Kinda,
A lot of
yeah.
people know. And this is a beautiful house. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, over 3,000 square feet.
It is. It's over 3,000 square feet, and it's one of those, like you said, even inside, it's deceiving how big it is.
Yes.
You kind of get lost in the house. One of the bedrooms is actually separated from the other one. It's got an attached kind of living area. So if you're looking for something that offers a little bit of a mother-in-law suite,
Right.
or you have a teenager who wants a little bit more space, this one really has a layout that's good for that.
And this is one that you've not had listed too long, and this is your listing. So it's going to surprise a lot of people with that acreage and the space that $274,500 is the price. So whoever has this listed really wants to sell this house.
Absolutely, they do. And it's one of those, they actually love the house. I think they would stay in this house forever if they could. They're moving closer to jobs.
Oh, no.
But
Yeah.
it's something that really, and if you look at the pictures, you can tell this is their home.
Right. And it's warm, and you've got the hardwood flooring in it, and then you've got carpet in some of the bedrooms. So it's a little bit of everything somebody would want.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
So this is your listing. Let's give your email address.
Okay, the email is jbrown@rbnw.com.
All right, moving on, let's go into Floyd County and talk about this one. This one is not far from Pike County. Actually, it's technically in the Herald area.
Yes, it's a banner address, again, another one that's
Right.
kind of weird, but you're right there in Herald. You're going to go 979, take, the Herald red light, and then you're going to take almost an immediate right on 1428, and you're about a mile and a half down.
And this one is another spacious house, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, almost 2,000 square feet. So this is one, if the others were maybe a little bit too big, this may be exactly what you're looking for.
Exactly, and this sits in a little subdivision, if anybody's familiar with the Country Oak subdivision. So you've got that neighborhood feel. This is a brick facade, so you've got, again, the low maintenance. And this is actually one of the bigger houses in that little area. So 2,000 square feet, a really nice layout. And I made sure to include a picture of the kitchen. And honestly, it's one of those kitchens that if you wanted it even bigger, it could be. You could easily add islands and everything else, but it's a really nice kitchen.
Another house that's going to be good when you think about the holidays and things like that, and everybody wants to gather in the kitchen because somebody's got the house smelling awfully good. And if they follow their nose, that's where they're going to get to. So this is
Exactly.
one, if you like, those family get-togethers, and you've got that growing family, you need the 3 bedrooms and the space. This is one to look at.
Absolutely. This is definitely a house that somebody that wants this general area, that wants the convenience to Pikeville or to Prestonsburg, where you're right there close to 23. This is going to be a great fit.
And this is your listing, so let's give that Pikeville office number
Okay.
again.
That number is 606-437-2333.
All right, now we'll end the show with a brand new listing. Now this one is in Prestonsburg.
It is, and this is going to be up on Stonecrest. So if you're familiar with Prestonsburg, you've got the golf course up on the hill. Everybody knows where the golf course is.
Right.
This is going to be one of the houses up there that kind of butts up to the golf course.
And this is another big house. We've got almost 3,300 square feet, but you've got 5 bedrooms, so there's no question that anybody's going to have to complain about space in this house.
Exactly. This is a house that is built around the space. I mean, it's really laid out to be functional and that kind of stuff. So, and it's also, in this price range and in this neighborhood, it's going to have all those extra touches, the really good finishes, the moldings, the flooring. So this is one that if you want kind of that next step up and you're looking for something a little bit more executive feeling, this is probably going to be that home.
And this, in Prestonsburg, it's up on the hill, but, Prestonsburg is developing a lot of their trail systems and things like that, and the walking trail that everybody goes to in Prestonsburg is right up on this hill. So if you've got that active lifestyle, this is going to give you stuff right outside your front door.
Yeah. And then outside your back door, I don't know if you saw
I saw the pool, yes.
I was going to say in-ground heated pool, basketball court, hot tub, a deck, a covered patio with a gas fire pit. You could live in the backyard.
Absolutely, and I love the fact that we started the show talking about spring, but you already got us in summer. We're already dreaming about that pool.
Absolutely.
And this one has everything that you would want. This is almost like that big vacation dream, but you can have this every day. So this one, another one, this is Teresa's listing like the last one. So let's give some information for Teresa.
Sure. Again, Teresa's in the Paintsville office. That number is 606-789-8119.
Now, we talked about at the very beginning of the show spring, and part of that is a lot of listings, but that can be intimidating for a lot of people.
It can, especially when you're not familiar with the process. So when you're getting started and you're thinking about listing, the thing that I always recommend people is talk to realtors, not necessarily one. Talk to a couple realtors, get familiar with the process, see how it's going to work. I think that is the best place to start to kind of get the process going.
Okay, now once you feel like you've established a connection with one realtor, a lot of people are like, okay, there's paperwork and there's things involved. What is one of the first steps that you would take when you're saying, okay, let's move forward with listing your house? I know there's a lot of things to look at.
Absolutely. So you're going to be looking at, most important, everybody wants to know what to price their house at.
Right.
Or they've kind of got an idea, but they want to know, is it a good idea? So there's comparative market analysis, CMAs. You'll have a realtor come out, they can look at the property, they can give you their ideas, their recommendations, and kind of explain to you why. Tell you about the market, tell you what's going on, tell you what's going on in similar neighborhoods. That way when you go into it, you have a little bit of knowledge of where you stand.
Right, because it's easy to get an emotional attachment to what you have and you know what you'd like, but you guys come in and you're like, bottom line, you want to sell that house.
Yeah.
So you're going to be honest with the person about what you feel like you can get.
Exactly, especially right now. Right now, it's a little bit more of a buyer's market than anybody in this area is really used to. Now is not the time to list your property and make $80,000 in most circumstances. So you're looking to be competitive and you're looking to actually move the house. So that just has to be taken into consideration.
All right, so you like your realtor and you like the company that he or she works for, and then you've decided, okay, this is the price. Now there's some paperwork involved because it's a contract process.
Yes, it's a listing contract. So you're going to again meet with your realtor. You're going to go through the paperwork. Possibly they've given it to you early, let you look through it, or you're going through it with them, asking questions. And then once it's done, you got signs, you got pictures, and it's online, so you're ready to go.
Right. Now, you got to show the property. It's a little more difficult if the family or the person is still living there, but you do your best to give them some time.
Absolutely, and most agents will. So a lot of times you'll have on the system, on our system, what the circumstances are. So 24-hour notice, 72-hour notice, or show at will because nobody lives in it. So you have a little bit of knowledge of the situation. But yes, if somebody lives in the house, it's always recommended to give them a little bit of notice. It's just, being nice.
And then part of the process, you will walk through the house, and a lot of times there are certain ways that you can stage the house, I guess you could say. So declutter.
Yeah.
I think somebody told to me one time, don't make so much of your personal stuff in there to where somebody can walk into it and picture themselves living there.
Exactly. I'm not a huge fan of taking everything personal out just because I think in this area we like to have a little bit of connection. But yes, you don't want them to be so overwhelmed with what your stuff is doing in the house that they can't see their own stuff. Absolutely.
But that's a one-on-one thing that you will talk to, or any of your realtors will talk to the family if they call you. So if you're thinking about listing your house, or if you have any questions and you're not real sure about it, I'm sure you don't have to call to do business with you guys.
No.
They can call with questions.
Absolutely. Call with questions. And again, call and talk to different people. Just meeting with somebody doesn't mean that's who you have to work with. So talk, feel comfortable, make sure you trust who you're working with.
All right. Well, we have gone through another show, and it has gone very well.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for joining us for Real Estate Talk, and we'll see you next time.